So I apparently got 2 more days of a ban for hate speech. Me of all people, the person that's always getting hate speech about. I didn't even say anything. I really don't know what happened. I'm confused, but I'm banned for 2 more days. So thank you. Yeah, the beard has been a very like main topic of every live I've done for the last 3 weeks. So it's really shabby. It's not trimmed. I need to dye it. It's got some gray and shit. It's not maintained at all. So yeah, I got banned from TikTok, Amanda. Like I got banned in the first 3 seconds for 10 minutes for the old vape, because and I googled it because I was like, let me see if this, like, I always have the weirdest bad shit happen to me, right? So I googled it, like, the first time I ever did TikTok, I got banned for hate speech. And there's like a whole Reddit page of like how TikTok just automatically bans people for certain keywords, and then they had like a whole list of words, and then like, for example, the word sex on TikTok, you're supposed to say like segs, S-E-G-G-S. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm probably not gonna make it long on TikTok. It'll be perma-banned because like there's so many words that apparently you can't say. You can't vape. It's like the kindergarten class of social media. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it there for a while. Yeah, the only thing about Instagram is that they're just not evolving with technology, right? Like TikTok has games and like so many different options of like filters, and I'm trying to just, they have a lot more shit. Like Instagram has like, I guess, like a couple like filters with like, it puts face on you and stuff, and then they have like you can buy the virtual tips or whatever, but that's it. And like TikTok has a whole page of shit. So for a content creator, it's for sure a better platform, and the engagement there is so much better. It's so much better than here. So I thought it was for young ones too. Laura, I thought it was for young people too, but apparently there's old folk there as well. Like mid-40s represent. So I prefer Instagram also, to be honest with you guys. But I gotta say that like TikTok, it's like, man, I struggled with the transition from MySpace to Facebook. I was like, man, I like MySpace, and I finally had to go to Facebook. But I gotta say, I think TikTok's built a better platform. Yeah, guys, I'm still gonna do Instagram. My God. All right, Diane, thank you for joining us. Good night. Riley, are you busy, Riley, or do you want to hop in? Because I don't have anybody to talk with tonight. What up? My man, I'm not even going to call you out, but my man in here, I feel for him because he dates Natalie. And I love Natalie, but I know that this guy's, I've been him before. I've had a Natalie before, so you know who you are. Mad respect, brother. Yeah, let's go. Let's get some people in here. Let's have a conversation. Let me see. Both of you. Let's get up in here. Who we got?
What's up, man?
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Oh,
my boy.
Y'all both hopped in fast. What up,
What's
guys?
going on?
What's going on? I'm not in the studio, so my audio and video is sketchy, so bear with me.
All right. Yeah, I'm at the house. Dude,
Uh-oh.
I mean,
My man, you ain't gotta say nothing, brother. Just, you know what? You probably got a couple minutes
I'm going
just to
to the
relax.
studio now because Josh's face.
Josh, you just need to relax, bro. Is Natalie around?
bro, no. But
Okay.
I need to, this is something
Whoa,
that
whoa,
is
whoa. Okay,
not
but
on live.
let me warn you. Yeah, I was about to say, don't say
I got you.
anything.
No, I got you. But
Yeah,
dude,
because
we
I'll be
got.
guilty by association, so no spoilers.
I got you. I got you.
All right, so
But we
just
need
give
to
us the
chat. We need
face.
to chat.
Give us the face of how you're feeling, and let's do like a 5-second mannequin challenge so the people see.
Okay.
Josh,
All right, you ready for it? Here it is.
yeah, let's do it. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. All right, man. I feel your pain. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like, man, Josh is he's a cool dude. He reminds me a lot of me. And every Josh has had a Natalie or some type of girl that I want to say they test your ability to see. Man, how do I want to verbalize this? They test your patience and your ability to try to see how far you're willing to go and how
Dude,
long you're
I'll
able to sit in
tell
the
you,
ring.
I have reached. Never mind. I'm gonna tell. Like, it's been a hell of a day. Let me tell you, it's been one hell of a day. One hell of a day.
Uh,
On top of that, I got to jump on a live here in about 15 minutes. So I was trying to get in the right headspace, but I was like, let me see what my guy Tim is up to here. And
well,
Josh, dude, I,
okay.
I just need a hug, man. Just give me a hug, brother.
I mean, you got my virtual hug, guys. So Josh has only got a couple minutes. Any questions, guys? Just throw them in. Otherwise, what you guys been up to?
Man, well, I'm speechless today. Speechless today. I'm about to go on a live, so
What are you going on live about?
modeling. I'm meeting with a buddy of mine, and he's Don Benjamin. He's America's Next Top Model. But we're working on a lot of new things, not a lot of new like live projects for preview models.
Hell yeah.
So and we have like preview models Paris now, so it's been wild. But yeah, so I'm gonna talk industry. That's all I'm talking tonight. But yeah, man.
Well, I might come and check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, you
I don't
should.
know anything about modeling, so I mean, but I mean, that's a business that I've always been interested in. But like, obviously, that's for like the tens, and I've never been in
Yeah.
the 10 club. So
Well, I have a big production in Hollywood in March. Like Mario Lopez hosts it. There's
you got
like
AC
musical
Slater
performance.
hosting it. Oh,
Yes, sir.
bro,
Yes, sir.
I'm a big Saved by the Bell fan, man.
So if you want to come, either of you, you got VIP treatment, front row. Let me know. I'll
When
make
is
sure
it?
you're happy. It's March 23rd
And it's in LA.
in LA. Yeah, I was telling T Ray about it too. I want him. He's short trip, so I was telling him he should come up.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I may actually do that. Like, we'll talk offline, and I'll get the
Yeah,
details from you. But like, I've been kind
dude.
of dying to go
I'll
somewhere.
tell you,
So
I need to speak to a therapist offline.
Hey, I was trying to chat with you today, Josh, but I could tell you wasn't even in that space.
Bro, I mean,
we got any
yeah.
therapists in the chat? We got any psychologists in the chat? Honestly, it's a serious question. Okay, like guys, listen. The comments of like just break up with Natalie. That come on, guys. Like when your heart's in it with somebody, it's not that easy. Okay, and all of you have been in that same situation. So let's not give like this ignorant advice, because clearly if that's what he wanted to do, that's a very easy solution. But sometimes you really are hoping you can make something work with someone, and the more time you put in, the more money, the relationship becomes like an investment, and you've invested so much that you're not so quick just to throw it away. If you feel like there might be a chance, you can say that.
Boy, Josh, oh my God, man.
Perez, I can tell you 100% that's not why Josh is in that. And dude, being on reality TV does not benefit you in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so for those of you that think that like you're not making big money, no one is treating you like a Hollywood star, you're not getting the best table at the restaurant when you walk in, you're not skipping the line at the club, there's no benefit to it. So you can throw that right out the window.
Well, I'll get us to the front, my guy. I got us.
Well,
don't worry.
yeah, because you're like running the shit. But like ordinarily, I told you guys I was super excited one time at a concert because the girl behind the Bojangles cashier recognized me and gave me her employee discount. So I got my $20 worth of chicken for $6, and I was like, "Holy shit! I feel like Brad Pitt tonight." So, let me read some comments real quick. So, anybody got any advice for Josh who can't really say what's going on, but clearly he's having a stressful day? most of the people in this chat are
bags. I got bags today.
female demographic. So, ladies, come on. What's the advice? Tim, your voice is so weird. That's the advice. Thank you. I'll write God on that and tell him, like, hey, next time you're handing out voices, don't do this one.
I love these comments. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate those. Appreciate the love.
Don't, just don't. That's your first advice. Just run. Be nice to her mother. Move on. Come on, you guys are being super negative, man. Like, come on. That's not right. Like, trust me, somebody somewhere is telling y'all's man to do the same from y'all. Like, some of y'all's man is right now bitching to his best friend about something you did, and the best friend's like, man, just drop her, bro. There's 10 million women out there, like all the same comments y'all were saying. Somebody is actively telling y'all's partner the same shit about you. So remember that before you say it.
Yeah. Well, I got to run, but thank you guys for all the love. Appreciate
Yo,
you.
text
Good
me
to
about
see
the
you,
Cali
Dad.
shit.
Bro,
Seriously.
we got to, I want to chat with you. I got this
still
lot,
need
and
to.
I'm getting another tattoo tonight, so I'm going to be
Damn, bro,
getting...
like we're on the same schedule. I'm about to schedule my next tattoo too.
Well, let me know when you're ready. Let's get some
I still
tats
want to
together.
talk to you and what's his name
Peyton.
about that. I know you got to
Yeah,
go,
actually,
but
I'm actually about to go live with Peyton right now. He's probably
all
on
right.
here. Let me see.
I may join you, but hit me up seriously. I really do want to talk to you.
All right, brother.
All right, later.
All right, peace.
Okay,
Yes,
Riley.
sir.
Now it's down to 2. What we got? What we popping tonight, Riley?
I came into the studio just because Josh came on. I saw his face. I was like, ooh, I gotta sit down. I gotta really listen. Poor guy, man.
I really like Josh, and I really like Natalie. I've said that. Like, you know, I don't date Natalie, so I get to just see the friendly, nice side of her. But it's the same thing about Veronica. People are always like, Veronica's so nice, and I'm like, yeah, she is. But if you date her, it's a little bit different.
Hi, everybody that's saying hello, hello, hello.
Was Yin Yang ever pregnant?
Nah.
Who the fuck is Yin Yang?
They're talking about Violet.
Why are they calling her Yin Yang? Did I just say something racist? Did they trick me into stereotype or something?
They're being a little racist with the comment thinking.
I apologize because I just read it thinking that was actually someone's name, not that they were being an asshole. So
yeah, nah, I don't really believe she was pregnant. If she was, it wasn't mine. That's the best. I'm being honest. I never believed she was pregnant, and if she was, it wasn't mine. I don't know where Kim is. She's at her house. I don't know.
Mari Povich said, Riley, you are not the father.
Bro, listen, so without, do I get in trouble for timeline? I don't think so. So, it wasn't a few weeks after I got home that she texted me that information. It was 2 weeks after I got home. Science, bitch. It was 2 weeks after I got home. Just saying, BBTVing, and not to ruin timelines, but
I was dating a girl in Honduras before I ever did TV, and when I broke up with her, she pulled the "I think I'm pregnant" shit, and I very calmly responded and said, well, if you're worried about that, you know, how much does it cost to get a real pregnancy test in your country? I'll send you the money. It never got mentioned again. So you know, I think that especially with younger girls, that's like the shock response to try to get your attention and scare you, like if they feel like you're pulling back. Or and like honestly, most of my relationships I got dumped, so like this was one of the few that I was just like, you know, I was for once backing out because I'm like a Cancer, so we'll stay in a miserable situation forever just because we're lazy and we're sentimental, you know. Yeah. So but yeah, I feel like there's some of y'all in this chat that are probably pulled that, you know, when a dude was trying to bounce, maybe when you were a little younger and you throw the pregnancy card just to scare him. Yeah. But I'm wise enough now that it doesn't work. As Riley, I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, in my opinion, what it was that she lost me, right? She likes control, and God bless her. You know, maybe there's a man out there that would be okay with that with her. She likes control. And when I left and she gave me the whole "I don't want you," she thought I was gonna beg, and I was like, okay, we're good. Like, you treated me like crap for 2 weeks, and I'm out. And it was her way, in my opinion, it was her way of trying to get me back because I'm honorable. I'm not gonna. I know what I did, and that's why I was never. If people pay attention on the show, I never was nasty about it. I was trying to be supportive about it. And when she wouldn't go to the international hospital, and I was paying for everything, I'm trying to pay for everything. That's when I knew. That's exactly when I knew. And I was like, like, you take a home pregnancy test, don't you back that up with going to the doctor? And I was like, I'll pay for everything. And on the show, she literally said, I didn't believe he would do this. Like, what?
Yeah. So, guys, for those of you that keep asking the questions about who I'm with and my still, I can't talk about single life. The show is still going, guys, so I can't answer questions if I'm single, if I'm dating, anything about my dating life. So I'm not ignoring you. I just can't answer it. So no matter how many times you ask, I'm not going to answer it. Riley, your story is where now?
I am not with her. I haven't spoken to her in months. And I'm going to address this Gabby lady. And I was reasonable. See, the thing is you are one of those folks that don't understand what entertainment and television and editing looks like and what they're doing to get you to come back every week. I was reasonable. I also, if you follow instead of just watching what you want to watch, I've always admitted publicly when I was wrong. And I apologize. I own my stuff when I mess up. I'm fallible. I'm human. I was always reasonable. But if anybody sits here and thinks that I flew 8,000 miles to go to a place where another guy was hanging out with her and she was disappearing every day, and I'm supposed to just take it, that means that it's something in their life that they settle for, and they're resentful and they want to just lash out to other people. That's what I believe Gabby is, this Gabby person. Because if you sat there and watched and saw how she lied and manipulated and was just downright mean to me, not saying I was innocent, I had points where I got upset, but you don't see all what she's doing to get me to that upset point. They're just going to show you the upset point and make me look a certain way.
I think that's the best way to say it is, like, I've explained that before. So, you know, guys, my first season, I think we filmed 200 plus hours. I may even say 300 hours. And then over 15 episodes, if you say that I'm, you know, in 10 minutes, 15 minutes of each episode, so you collectively get to see what, 2 hours.
Yeah.
So what is that, like 5%, you know, of what we filmed. So yeah. For example, when I went to Colombia on my first season, I did just as much stuff with Jennifer's mom as I did with the farm and her dad, and you didn't see any of this. So you didn't see me eating the insects and dancing salsa, which thank God they didn't show that. That was the one thing I hope got cut, was when they made me go in a bar, all Colombians. I was the only white dude, and Colombians are born at birth with like perfect rhythm and dancing. They're phenomenal dancers, right? Somebody's gonna say, "Oh my God, Tim thinks he's an expert on Colombian women," but like, there's a compliment. Like, Colombians just can dance. White boys from North Carolina cannot. All right, so I made a fucking fool of myself in front of like 10 of her friends. It was mortifying, but like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, we filmed several days of me doing stuff with her mom and did to me, so you never even saw that or even knew that was something I did. So the time constraints sometimes leave out some of the important things. And I mentioned this in the last season of Single Life with Veronica. The guy she was dating, it was never said that they had been dating like a couple of months. It made it kind of seem like they'd only been on like 1 or 2 dates. And then Veronica was psychotic for not understanding why he was talking about moving. But, you know, the littlest detail can make a big difference. But I also want to reiterate, I'm not saying anything negative about the way that they've edited it. I mean, there's no way, guys, they can show you everything. I mean, there's just not enough time. There'd have to be a 24/7 station, you know. So like, they have to build a story that is I don't know if this is the right way to use this word, but a competent story.
Yeah.
It makes sense to the average person that's going to sit down and watch it for an hour, and they do a great job. In fact, I really think that the editors have one of the hardest job of the entire process.
They have to have. Like, yeah, people don't realize that. I mean, I can speak for me, and I want to believe they have a format and how they do things. 2 weeks in Vietnam, 12 hours a day filming. That's a lot of footage. That's just in country. That's not home and interview and this, that, and the third. So, I mean, it's insane how much, and you know, rightfully so, they have to put things on the cutting room floor because there's only so much time. You know, it's only so much time. The only thing that I can honestly say I don't like is like a lot of times the viewer needs to have the context to protect the cast member.
Thank you, Jen, for the badge.
And
yeah, guys, I mean, like Riley said, and I've said this many times, like there's like less than 1% of the population that without editing would be interesting. Most people's lives, if you just turn on a camera and follow them, is boring. My life included. Like oh my God, like if I put up webcams in my house, like that would be interesting. Charge people like $10 a month, and you can just watch me in my house. I'm sure people would watch, but you would see a lot of boring ass shit, like me sitting here staring at a screen for fucking 8 hours watching YouTube. I mean, like my life is really boring. So, you know, keep that in mind. Is like they're trying to make it, like he said, interesting and give you a reason to want to continue watching the story. So, you know,
it is what it is. We, you know, we're a part of something that's how it is, and I get it, but. You know, it's just it's hard, but you know, but then you get people like that Gabby lady that just like seriously, I don't get it.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, whoever just said that, the very first day they came to my house to film, I was nervous for like an hour, and then it was kind of scary how quickly I adapted to the cameras being around and just kind of forgot they were there. It also helps if you've got nice crew members that you like. I was with the Colombian and American crew in Colombia for 3 weeks. And I mean, we were together like 15 to 20 hours a day. I think we had 1 or 2 days off the entire time. And by the end of that, like some of those guys I still talk to this day, and like they were like family. I mean, we were going up mountains together and buses that, like, you know, there was no guardrail and it was like treacherous terrain and stuff. And like, you know, they kind of went through all of that journey with me. So like we had a crew of like 20 people when I was in Colombia. It was a lot. So you know, if you've got a cool crew and like, you know, like you're just like, you don't really notice the people that are around. They're total professionals. Like so they're good at kind of making you forget that they're there. Thank you, CSW, for buying the badge. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I've been trying to read the comments, but CSW, thank you again for the other badge. Appreciate that. So kind. But yeah, how quickly did you adapt, Riley?
Say again, one more time.
How quickly did you adapt to the camera?
Pretty quickly. Like you said, they're really professional and they'll keep their distance. And then like you just forget that they're there unless they need you to because they keep you on track. So a lot of people think it's scripted. It's not. They just keep you on track because there's so much that can go on. They just want to stay to a you know, a particular story or whatever they need to capture. And it took me maybe, like, honestly, a day.
Excellent question, Karen Nelson. What about security when filming? So for me, and then we'll ask Riley, it's very different how it's evolved. So the first season, we didn't have security in my town, but when we went to Colombia, we had 2 like bodyguards or security dudes that were with us all the time. Now, given Jennifer and I were not recognizable people at that point, but in a country or a city like where we were filming at, when you see 20 people standing around 2 people with cameras, it attracts a lot of attention. And the security is not there necessarily just for us, but they have really expensive equipment. For example, one of the cameramen told me that like one of their cameras got stolen one time, and those cameras can be like $75,000 to $100,000 cameras, you know. So now it's funny because I went and did B90. I've done a bunch of tell-alls. But this season of Single Life is my first time in like almost 5 years being out in the wild filming, because you know we film Pillow Talk at the same house. And now that like I am recognizable, it was a lot different filming, because while I was filming every day, especially depending on where we were at, you would hear people shouting my name out, and they knew who I was. So it was like, you know, that made it a little bit. I can imagine being like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. You're filming an action scene in the road, and like everybody knows who they are. And I'm not nearly that famous, guys, but I'm just saying I can only imagine what it's like to be someone like that, and you're trying to film something in an outdoor setting, and the amount of people screaming at them and like, you know, making it difficult to get a take with clean audio. So because the audio guys, I always tell you, man, that's the secret sauce to TV is the audio, not talking over each other, getting crisp, clean audio that makes or breaks the way you guys interpret it. So for you, Riley, did you guys have security? What was the country again you were in?
Vietnam. I was in Vietnam. So
J-Hope, thank you.
What they did, it wasn't even the production. The government, because of who I work for and what I do, they embedded a government person. The Vietnam government embedded someone with us to watch me. So
that's
that
great.
I mean, but yeah. So, but that was the security. Very unassuming guy. Very unassuming guy. Good guy. But his job was to watch me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the security guys we had in Colombia, they were awesome, man. In fact, I kept in touch with one of them for a couple of years, but I haven't talked to him. When COVID hit, you know, you lost track of a lot of people, and but I do have a picture. I have one picture of the entire crew and me and Jennifer standing on this beautiful mountaintop with like a view to die for in like the Colombian mountains, and like I have that one picture to remember everybody that was there, because let me tell you guys, like, for the behind camera employees, they don't get the credit they deserve because they work their asses off. Imagine being just like the sound guy and you're standing and holding a boom mic. Just try to hold your hand up for an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just and see how tired your arm gets. And these boom mics weigh like 15, 20 pounds, and they're holding it for 10, 12 hours. These guys are in good shape. Yeah. And they're in rough, hot weather. Like, we were out in the desert for a couple of days. Like, it's not ideal conditions. So it's one of the most like hard jobs that gets no credit. I'm not verbalizing that the best, but like it does not. So, you know, always keep that in mind, guys. There's a lot of people that go into these shows that you love that don't get any recognition. They do it because it's like a labor of love. You know, that's what they're passionate about. So, you know, their name's not even on the screen. You know, you get a couple names at the end of a show, like produced by Matt Sharp, you know, and like, okay, but these are people that you'll never hear of that are amazing, talented people. And it's, I don't know about you, Riley, but like, it's my favorite thing to do when I get a new crew is to pick their brain about all the shows and movies that these people worked on, from documentaries to TV to reality TV to cinema. And these guys, you about cannot ask about a celebrity that somebody hasn't had some sort of interaction with. So for me, who's like a fanboy, like I can have conversations with them all day. And I've been very fortunate. I've had some really good professional crew members the entire time that I've worked for TLC.
Yeah. I mean, I will sit down and have lunch with them.
Yeah, I actually do. Like, one of my better friends from the show is a producer. So, I mean, and like we play Oculus and shit together. I play with him and his wife. So, you know, I'm actually closer with some of the crew members than I am actual cast.
Right.
Crew members don't have an ego.
Right. And that's the whole thing. It's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in a country together, and you're sweating and you're tired and you're experiencing all that. We call it in the military, we call it chewing the same dirt. That's what we call it in the military. And you chew the same dirt, you know, and you get a bond. And I'm cool with like everybody that was part of the crew. For me, I'm cool with everybody. Like, not one person I'm not cool with. So they're good people, man. They just, you know, they're like anybody else. That's their job, you know. It just so happens to be on TV, but That's their job, and they're really good people.
Oh my God, Cincinnati, thanks for the badge. Sherry, thanks for the badge. All right, who we got? We got random chat roulette going on. What's your name? Where you from? What you do?
I'm Erin. I'm from New Jersey. I'm actually a teacher.
What do you teach?
I teach first grade.
Oh, what part of Jersey, if I may ask?
I'm actually from North Jersey, which is Sussex County, but I actually live not far from Trenton right now.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
live in the Poconos,
Oh
so
yeah,
and
I used to go to Poconos. Yeah, I know where that is.
work in Dover.
Yeah. That's not far from where I used to live. Maybe 30
I went to a
minutes.
wedding in the Poconos once.
Yeah, Poconos is beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. So did you have a question for Riley or myself?
I just wanted to, well, I mean, I know you probably can't give it away, but like with Jamal talking about your parenting skills with Chloe, if that situation hopefully got better between
So
filming.
I'm not gonna address that now, but after the series, I will.
Okay.
So yeah, I know a lot of people are curious about that. I've gotten a lot of messages, DMs, comments, and shit. But I can't talk about the show right now. But I will do some
Well,
answers.
I do have another question that you can actually probably
Sure.
answer. Is sorry, I have a little one keeps pushing a button.
You're fine.
My other question was now I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. It was about Chloe. You have been in her life for how long? As a stepfather?
Well, she was about a year and some change when I met Veronica. So she's 17 now. So like about 15 years.
Okay.
Wow.
And like I know that Jamal's friends like found that odd, but I mean with you being in her child's life for so long and kind of like co-parenting with her, like I mean I know for me from an outsider, I think that's like very I think that's like a stand-up thing to do, especially since like she wasn't your child. I mean, I have an issue with my child's father not being involved. So if somebody were to come in and be that in her life like you've been in Chloe's life, like I would probably be the same with Veronica and continue to have a good relationship with that person if we didn't work out, if they wanted to be my child's life still. So I think it's very it's a very stand-up thing to do.
Well, thank you. So my only response to that, because it's still kind of on the line of talking about this whole thing, it's just we have to remember the age of the people you're talking about, and I feel like we feel like we're grown in our 20s, but we still have a lot to learn with maturity and wisdom. So that I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Like just we've all said some things in our 20s that now as a 40-year-old I can look back on and be like, man, that wasn't probably the best thing to say. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But again, if you say something disrespectful, then you're also entitled for whatever consequences that brings.
Right.
So again, that's how he felt. That's why we live in America, right?
Right.
Whatever you want. However, there's a couple of things that everybody has, like what is it called? Like what are the things that like really get under your skin? My brain is like skipping here. Like your triggers. Your triggers, right? Like everybody has triggers. So for me, I have very few, but coming from a different person that had been around for years, I may have reacted differently. But like somebody that's kind of like new to the scene that all of a sudden thinks they're an expert on 15 years of history, that's where I had even a bigger problem with it. But like I said, I'll go over that. Pet peeves. Thank you, Michelle. Riley, is your son in the chat?
I don't have a child.
I was gonna say.
Son in the chat. Hold on. Let me.
I think
Hold on.
they're just fucking with me, and I fell for it.
Oh! I got it now. Stop. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Low key, Tim do be cop blocking Veronica though. Low key, your parents cop blocked you from getting an education, sir.
Wow.
All right. Well, did you have anything else?
No, I'll let them next person go. Thank you for letting
Thank
me talk to you. It's
you
been an
very
honor.
much, Mama Bear. Have a good one.
Thank you
Thank you
too.
for being
Bye.
a teacher. We appreciate
Thank
it.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see who else we got. We got Jacqueline. Come on down.
People are kind, man. I mean, for the most part, the chat is so nice. They're
God,
sweet.
I've weeded them out over the last 4 years. That's why I was explaining this on my last live. That's why my live numbers are so low. It used to be like 400 or 500 people. Over 4 years, I've just every time, like I've already blocked 3 or 4 people in this live, and that's every time I go live, it's 3, 4, 5 people. So over years, I used to do lives all the time, especially during COVID. So people, you know, I don't give a shit. Like if they say anything I don't like, it's just you're gone. And it's not about thin skin. It's just like I'm wasting time reading shit when I'm missing people that actually have something interesting or nice to say.
Right. Makes sense.
And Charlene was here because normally I give her moderator abilities, but I haven't seen her in a hot minute, so I haven't been able to do that. But normally I have somebody that helps me out with answering questions and also getting rid of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I usually go on TikTok. Like that's where we really like when I answer questions. Like, and I'm transparent. I'll answer anything that I can within within what I signed. But I go on TikTok every Wednesday, and I just stay on for hours and bring people up and give them 5 minutes to ask questions of myself or whatever cast member is up there. And yeah, man, it's just we have to give them the respect and the right to like to engage with us.
All right, Carlos, what's going on?
Oh, comer.
Oh,
Yo,
Gracias.
hola.
we never get dudes on here, so I'm excited. What's up? Tell me your name, where you're from, what you do.
Español.
Mi español es muy malo, señor.
Te cuento algo rapidito. Me gusta tu programación en todo en 90 días. Vivo en Panamá. Muy excelente tu trabajo. Creo mucho en tu trabajo.
Gracias.
Y no dejes de ser así. Es muy importante. Estoy en Panamá en un área que se llama Estoy en Panamá en un lugar que se llama Santa Catalina. Muy hermoso el lugar. Es un lugar yendo hacia la isla Coiba en Panamá.
Okay, that's too fast for me, sir. He likes my program. Okay, gracias, senor.
What he said,
Riley, you know Spanish?
it was very fast. It sounded
Yeah.
like he might be Dominican because he's speaking very fast, and it's hard for me to carry on. But he was saying that maybe he was saying Panama might be a better place to find. That's what I think he said.
Ladies?
Like,
yeah, I want to find them in Charlotte in my side of the town.
Saying,
I'm done traveling.
Like he was saying, Panama is a beautiful place, and we should come or something like that. I can't. That's what I got. I don't know.
Sí. Panama Hermosa, sí.
He said.
Thank you.
Gracias. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, my
From Panama.
brain is not working for Spanish.
Oh, okay. My bad, mate, MJ. I could have sworn he said something like it's something about Panama and we should come there or something. Mischief.
He said something about work, and I thought he was talking about my work. So I thought he was talking about like.
Panama, and he watches from Panama. He really enjoys the show. Oh, see, I'm horrible. My Spanish is horrible. My grandmother didn't allow us to speak Spanish because she hated Castro, like with a passion.
Somebody asked about video games. Guys, I'm a collector, so I've been doing my cassette tapes and CDs, and I'm getting to a point that there's some stuff I still need to complete it, but I bought so much stuff. So many people responded to me. I actually went to a fan's house like a few weeks ago and bought like 1,200 movies from them.
Wow.
And I bought another 2,500 from a pawn shop the same week. So movies I'm like kind of overwhelmed with right now. So that's why I posted the thing about games.
Oh, so wait, you collect DVDs?
Man, I'm just a collector. I get bored with one thing and I just start collecting another. And, I collect art, movie shit, movie props, movie posters. I like, now digital cassettes were analog. So that is actually coming back. Like the big E3 electronics convention just happened, and like they're making new Walkmans. Yep. And like the only difference in them is that they have rechargeable batteries, like a USB. So
Yep. And just to show you, this is so they didn't they can't show everything. They didn't show that I have like Star Wars collection and all that. Like I have my Star Wars toys from 1970s and 80s, and I never opened them. But they didn't have enough time to show that. Like it's in this it's in this closet
hey, if
here.
You ever want to get your money back on those, Riley, give me a call.
And then I just started doing reel to reel. That's my new thing, reel to reel. So I know about analog. I'm with you with the analog thing.
So, guys, for those of you that are asking about time, this beard is less than 2 months old. My body hair grows super fast, and my fingernails do too. So, when you guys see me like on Pillow Talk and stuff, I get my hair and my beard trimmed every 2 weeks. I have to, or it's like all fucked. Man, I love old toys too. I haven't gotten to that yet, but like, I bought a bunch of toys from a lady. Like He-Man, Transformers. I haven't even gone through it all yet. She had like a bunch of shit. So I just like I like buying collections. I don't like buying like one or two things because it's fun to buy someone else's collection and see what they collected, and then like you may find like one or two things in there that you never thought about wanting that you're like, oh, this is super cool. So when people call me and they're like, oh, I got a garage full of shit, that's the ones that I'm like, oh, that's what I want to come look at.
So Tim, are you the type of person in the summer? Well, you in the summer months and the warmer months, you're the guy that goes to the like the garage sales every weekend and stuff like that?
Bro, I was selling at a flea market 2 weeks ago. Like and to be honest, I set up tables at the flea market just to make money while I'm buying shit from everybody else. like I'm like, yo, watch my table, and I end up spending more money than I sold. But like, there's a real small town, like 45 minutes outside of Charlotte. I swear, not one single person there watches 90 Day Fiance. So I can walk around there. And I've never once gotten recognized. Never once has anyone said anything to me. So that I love that place. And it's like a country town. So it's not like the flea market you go to where it's all like Chinese phone accessories, brand new shit. This is like really junk from people's houses, which is hard to find these days. So yeah, but I like it.
Love Pennsylvania. You would love Pennsylvania, bro. Like every weekend, bro, I just go out and I look for garage sales, like in my neighborhood. And it's just like, we're talking about people that have been here for generations and their kids move away and they pass away, and then the kids come home and sell all their stuff. And it'll be stuff that like is rare. And the kids don't care. They just want to get rid of it or whatever. And you find amazing things here in Pennsylvania.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a pawn shop. I've talked about that before. So my grandparents owned a pawn shop, and after school, that's where I hung out until my mom got off work or whatever. So it's kind of like in my blood to like go treasure hunting and stuff. So I do the yard sale and estate sale thing. It's cold as shit in North Carolina right now. So like nobody's doing yard sales or garage sales. But in like 2 months, it'll pop back up. And yeah, I mean, I go through spurts. Like for like 3 weeks, I'll literally dedicate my entire Saturday and Sunday to going to estate and garage sales. And then I'll just like get lazy and not do it for 3 or 4 months. Like it depends.
I like going to other states and going to like the Goodwill too. The Goodwill and
I gotta say, man, I'm not a Goodwill fan. Like Goodwill, they just become so greedy. Like when you walk into a Goodwill, like for example, a lot of people don't know this. Goodwill has their own auction site like eBay. So now,
when furniture, I've seen it with furniture.
No, it's not for furniture. It's for everything. So and I've actually spoken to Goodwill employees that tell me how it works. So when you take stuff to Goodwill now, they have somebody in the back that picks out all the good shit and sends it to a central location in your city, and then it's all listed on the auction. So they got $10,000 diamond rings on this auction site, Rolexes. I mean, and it sells for almost retail. Now, Goodwill has opened up Grids, which is entire video game stores. So, like, I just went to one last weekend. They were asking higher for used games than you could buy them brand new for. So it's like, you know, I get that Goodwill's hiring recovering alcoholics or whatever, and that's supposed to be like their thing, but they've gotten very great. It's a lot less likely you're going to walk into a Goodwill and find a really good deal on something, because they now are training their people to spot any nice brand or, you know, collectible thing and send it to the auction. Yeah, you should just spend like 20 minutes looking around on their auction site. It's tens of thousands of items, and it'll tell you even what city it was sourced from. But I mean, anything you can think of, like movie posters, comic books, any kind of trading card, movies, like any item you can think of, jewelry. I mean, so that's where all their good stuff goes now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll give you another example. Like Goodwill sells DVDs for $2 each. Okay, going rate of DVDs for retail is 50 cents to $1, unless you have a super rare title. So like $2 is really expensive for a used DVD. In fact, I was in a pawn shop the other day. They were selling DVDs 50 cents each, or I think 5 for $2. You like, if you bought 4, you got 1 free. So I mean, you have to like really find something good, and that's the thing. You got guys that go in there every day, and if there's anything good, they buy it. So I mean, I used to love Goodwill 10 years ago, but lately, I mean, we have like 30 different locations in Charlotte. There's a bunch of them, but now they've gotten great. They price their stuff too high, I think, you know, and that used to be the fun of Goodwill, was like you never knew what you were gonna find in there.
Yeah, we don't out here. Well, by me, they only have Salvation Army. It's a very small store. I go in there and I look for like shoes, because men's shoes, you know, pretty much you'll know what women's shoes are, but you'll go into there and you'll find a nice pair of men's shoes that are more expensive, like Gucci or whatever. I'll buy them, and then I'll take them to the Regal Brothers, which is one of the authorized people to repair and condition Christian Louboutins, and I have them restore them, and then I'll sell them.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'll do here, because and then I go to a lot of used record shops, you know, like I'll go to record stores, vinyl shops, and just I'll buy like here I bought everything they had, and this was part of my mother's collection that burned up in the fire. I bought every single one they had, and like I got lucky. This is all jazz, but it's from Time Life, and it's like if it's like one person, let's say Lester Young, it's all his music. So
okay, cool.
So it's like box sets of all his music. So I did that. I bought those because I was looking for them, because my mother used to have them, and I lost them in the house fire. And so when I saw it, I'll buy the whole thing, and then I don't care what the price is. I'll just buy it. There's something like that.
So I saw this, guys. I'm gonna school you real quick. So if you got something you want to sell, someone just asked what's a good source to figure out how much something is worth. Well, here's an important lesson. What someone wants for something and what something is worth is two very different prices. Okay, so here's what 50% of Americans do that aren't really into buying and selling stuff. They get on eBay, they look up what they have, and they say, oh, they're asking $100 for this, so mine's worth $100. And in reality, that item's probably been listed a year and it's never going to sell for $100. So just because people are asking a price for something doesn't mean that's what it's worth. So eBay has a function that you can click sold auctions, and that's what I use to look up. So it gives you like the last 2 months of sales, and I look at what the average sale price was of an item for the last 2 months that people actually paid. But also, if you only find one or two, those things could have been listed for a very long time. Number two, the other thing people don't take into consideration, eBay now is charging over 20% in auction fees. So for example, if I sell a $15 gun part on eBay, it's going to cost me $4 to ship it if it's 4 ounces or under. And then I have to pay 20% of the shipping money and the sell price of the auction to eBay. So it cuts your profits down a lot. So if you're selling stuff to guys who are buying to resell, keep that in mind. Not to mention, like I listed 10 items on eBay yesterday for my gun parts store. It took me 2.5 hours. So the time, like if you have a collection of, let's say 300 movies, it would take you weeks to list all of those. So it's about how valuable your time is. That's why when resellers come in and they're looking at buying like all your stuff, they wanted it 40% of its value or 50% of its value, because once they pay taxes, the fees, the time, they need a 50% markup to be able to profit a 10% or 15%. So keep that in mind. I don't understand why I keep getting asked what cologne I wear. Like, literally, I've had people ask me like 100 times in the last 2 weeks. Was it on TV or I haven't watched the show?
Not sure.
So
Oh,
someone tell me why people keep.
What's her name says you smell good. So it said you smell good.
So one person said I smell good, and everybody is just validating that as like expert opinion.
She said in her OTF that you smell good.
Yeah, the problem is, guys, like I change. I'm sure Riley, you do too. Like, men don't just have one cologne. Like, I have like 5 or 6 different bottles that I like, and I mean, I don't remember what I was wearing yesterday, much less whenever that was done. So Dolce & Gabbana is one of my favorites, and Acqua di Gio, which I think is Armani. Those are like the 2 I probably wear the most. And that Dolce & Gabbana was Veronica's favorite, and so I started wearing that for her. Acqua di Gio, and there's one other one that it may be Gucci Envy. I would have to look in my bathroom, and I'm not walking upstairs.
I'm looking at to see if there's anybody with questions, but yeah. Oh, I have a question for you, Tim. Do you have a FFL?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, I'm a real I'm an actual that's my job that someone just claimed I didn't have.
So,
not gonna say any names, but the person that went live and said Tim don't have a real job, well, I have an FFL, so
okay.
And that's federal. You can look that up.
All right, because so that means you can do transfers.
Yep.
All right.
I can. I don't.
Good to know.
Because
I'll be in Charlotte soon to see my family, and
I can't do it, man, unless you have a North Carolina driver's license. I can't transfer a gun to you.
No. I'm talking about to send it to the gun shop here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I go not transfer for the sale, the actual sale, but if I go to a gun show and I buy something and then I need to have it sent, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be by the
book. Yeah.
I don't do class.
Absolutely, because I am not losing my Leosa. Yeah. That ain't happening.
Yeah, that's why I really don't do a lot of transfers, because I'm a small dealer since I do custom stuff. So it's just the $50 for a transfer. It's just not worth the paperwork for me.
Right.
But I'll do it for friends, but we can talk.
All right. Yeah. I have a Kimber that I want you to do also. So,
Tim, do a collab with Fume to quit vaping. Man.
Guns and cigars, the next hot spot. Guns and so I got So I usually when I do lives, this is a levitating display, and one of the podcasts I had, we were talking about we spend I spend money. I have a problem with shopping for certain things, and guns is one of my things. And I had 2 guns floating here because this is a levitating display, and I don't think I could release that because people are going to get triggered.
Yeah, if I start talking about guns too much or posting pictures of my guns, people start I had a Instagram account for my gun business, and after I did TV, it got deleted.
Yeah.
So I had 20,000 followers on that thing, so that hurt me a lot. People don't understand that. When you start affecting where we work our businesses just because you don't like us on TV, it's really fucking absurd.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Are you dating Kim?
I'm not dating Kim. I did a range day and I posted the video and somebody flagged it and I had to delete it.
Yeah, people are assholes. What else we got, guys? Oh, by the way, you want to plug your podcast?
Oh, okay. So I have a podcast coming out. Thank you, Tim. I have a podcast coming out in February. It's called Scotch and Conversations. This is an actual studio. It looks horrible right now because I'm still putting in equipment and stuff. I got the cameras over here, which were expensive as hell. And it's just if you went to a cigar lounge and just people just talking, you know, it's not for men, it's not for women, it's for everybody. Just talking, having conversations, and the same kind of vibe in a cigar lounge that you have. So if you want to check it out, it's going to be coming out sometime in February. I don't know the exact date. I'm trying to coordinate it because I'm in season, so I'm just trying to coordinate it and not piss off the powers that be. You could go to my YouTube, or check my profile here, and then go to the links, and you guys subscribe on the YouTube. Thank you, Tim, for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was just saying this, guys. Like my beard grows super fast, so yeah, like a couple weeks, and I could shave this off and have it back in a few weeks. Like I've never been that guy that just grew like a little bit, and couldn't grow in the full beard. But I wish that the hair would be like a little bit more fine, I guess is the word. I don't know.
Be grateful that you could grow a beard, because I can't.
I don't love the way mine grows, but I'm having, like, I never had to comb my beard before and stuff, so I'm like playing with different products and stuff, seeing if I can get it to look better. But it's a little bit shabby right now. I'm not loving it. I got to figure out a way to keep it long, but keep it looking like trimmed and manicured.
Well, God bless you, because I can't grow any hair on this side of my face. On this side,
Really?
Cannot grow hair on my face.
Wow.
Yep.
You know what's funny though? Like, I don't have much body hair. Like, I don't have any hair on my back or in other places that are unsightly. So, it's like, I don't know why my face is like fucking like what is that wolf? That Michael J. Fox movie, Teen Wolf. Yeah, but,
thank you.
Let me see if there's anybody else that wants to come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to skate in a bit anyway, because I got to finish editing this episode. But
so he's on YouTube, guys, and the podcast is called what?
It's called, what up? Hey, what's up, man? I just followed you today.
I know. I saw that.
It's called
Riley.
Scotch and Conversations, and I can show you this little. This is the little thing here. I'm gonna turn this on just because I want to show off my little thing.
Okay. So
nice.
I don't know who this is, right?
He's a blogger and an interviewer. He does great interviews.
Oh, cool.
I saw.
Thank you.
What's your publication?
No, he's independent, and
I am.
And he's
Jaden Flex.
Cool, man. Like, I've seen his stuff, and he followed me, and I followed him back after I navigated.
Thank you, and I appreciate that.
How it is, you see somebody with a blue check mark, you want to see who it is, and you check. And I saw a couple of his interviews, and I think he just did an interview with Scott a couple of days ago.
And,
and Kimberly a few months back.
Yeah. He's a good
guy. I don't want to take up you guys' time right now. I just wanted to ask just a couple quick questions.
Yep.
Like, do you feel like now that you can't wear the same thing twice when you go out?
Yep.
Wait, is this on the record?
Yeah.
No.
Are you gonna write about this?
No. I don't write. I don't.
No, he just.
I barely text.
Oh, okay, I understand it's digital, but are you asking these questions to put it in an article or something, or
no.
a piece?
No. This is not even my show or anything. I'm just a guest here.
Oh,
I'm just asking this.
Well, he said you were like a blogger, so.
Well, what I meant was a video blogger. He does